And then we will have the negotiation.
A government shutdown would be the first since 2018 and 2019.
And then we will have the negotiation.
A government shutdown would be the first since 2018 and 2019 during President Trump's first term, when his demands for border wall funding led to a record 35-day impasse. President Trump today doubled down on his threat of possible mass firings instead of just temporary furloughs.
So the last person that wants it shut down is us. Now, with that being said,
and then we will have the negotiation.
A government shutdown would be the first since 2018 and 2019 during President Trump's first term, when his demands for border wall funding led to a record 35-day impasse. President Trump today doubled down on his threat of possible mass firings instead of just temporary furloughs.
So the last person that wants it shut down is us. Now, with that being said, we can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad, irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs.
Consequences that Republican lawmakers defended.
We've never had mass firings during a shutdown before.
We've never had Democrats that are so insane as this, because this is going to last a lot. If they shut down the government tonight, my prediction is it'll go on for a long, long time.
Mr. Trump and his agencies have taken much of their shutdown fight online. The main page of the Department of Housing and Urban Development featured a seemingly unprecedented bright red banner pinning a shutdown on radical left Democrats, language that has raised flags as a possible ethics or legal violation. This after the president posted controversially on social media with fake AI-generated video that played vulgar words and depicted House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero. The New York congressman responded.
Mr. President, the next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video. When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face.
A few hundred feet away, we sat with a group of protesting former federal workers fired in the Doge purge, who all said they want a shutdown.
By shutting down the government, it will help at least put an opposition to what this administration is currently doing.
We have to get to a place where we're not signing a check on the Republicans doing whatever they want.
They want pushback and opposition to Trump, dynamics that are leading to a shutdown. But as with others at the Capitol, these former federal workers did not know the way out of one.
Joining us for more on this are congressional correspondent Lisa Desjardins and White House correspondent Liz Landers. Lisa, over to you first. Now, you've covered a number of these near shutdowns and shutdowns. Give us the latest on where we are now.
A week ago, I was saying 80% chance. We're now at 99% chance. We are going to see a shutdown. That 1%, act of God, maybe this is a dream. Basically, we are going into a shutdown. Let me show you what's happening right now at this moment. On the Senate floor, they are taking essentially show votes of the Democratic version of keeping government funding with the Democrats' demands in it about health care and other things. They will also have a vote on the Republican version, which does not have that in it. We expect both of those to fail. What does it look like on the House side right now? We have nothing to show you because they're not in town. The House is out until at least Friday and actually more likely out until next week. So what happens here? Well, the Senate plans to stay in town more or less, have votes probably Saturday. I don't expect anything fundamentally to change, though. Now, so when you think about shutdowns this century, there are two kinds, some that are about 1 day or 3 days long. And if you get past that window, which we're going to, then we get into 2-week or 3-week long shutdowns. What is the way out potentially? Already there are very small voices in the Senate, maybe some bipartisan groups of senators can get together, but that's not a yet tangible kind of crystallizing force. One senior Democratic source told me right now they are minute by minute, hour by hour. This shutdown could be long.
Liz, meanwhile, we've heard from the president and other Republicans. One of their main talking points here is that Democrats are shutting down the government to fund free health care for unauthorized immigrants. What do we need to know about that claim?
Well, this is something that we've heard Republicans both on Capitol Hill and at the White House. We heard the vice president say this yesterday to a group of reporters, and then President Trump has said this several times as well. He reiterated this earlier today in the Oval Office. I believe we have some of that video.
One of the things they want to do is they want to give incredible Medicare, the Cadillac Medicare, to illegal immigrants. And what that does is it keeps them coming into our country, and like they do in California.
Of senators can get together, but that's not a yet tangible kind of crystallizing force. One senior...
And no country can afford that. No country.
Undocumented are not allowed